Because as I've said before, mental illness is treatable. And I will wage myself as a personal example of this. For years, I struggled with my father's antics, and as a result, from time to time have fallen, and occasionally still continue to fall into bouts of depression. When I'm in one of these bouts, I have low energy. I don't feel like getting out of bed in the morning. I really have to force myself to do my work and tend to my responsibilities. I don't feel like socializing. My phone calls and my text messages sometimes go unanswered. I will keep my sunglasses on as often as possible, even if indoors or even if it's a little cloudy out, just so I can avoid making direct eye contact with people. Yet, despite not wanting to interact with the world, I still feel lonely at those times. And I also get on my case feeling like I haven't accomplished anything when I have no reason to feel that way. However, unlike my father, my mental illness, my depression, never significantly compromised my life or the lives of those around me. The reason for this, the reason that the outcome of my mental illness was different from that of my father's, was because of our perception. Again, and I'll say this a few more times, I recognize the importance of tending to my mental hygiene, my feelings, thoughts, and emotions on a daily basis. I became accountable for what was going on in my life, and I decided that it was my responsibility to change it. I didn't back down because I worried about being called crazy or insane or any of the other labels that people sometimes use to degrade a person who has a mental illness. Because if someone was going to judge me solely on the basis of my neurotransmitters, of some cellular chemicals they couldn't even see, well, then that said a lot more about them than it said about me. And so it's like judging a diabetic person. Someone with diabetes has a chemical imbalance. The only difference is it takes place in their pancreas and not their brain. So it's ridiculous to judge someone based on subcellular chemicals that you can't even see. That's how I felt. So I never listened to those labels. Instead, I worked hard through my trauma to create labels that I could be proud of. Writer, author, speaker, entrepreneur, and much more importantly, friend, role model, go-to person, brother, father figure to my brother, and godfather. And no one ever used those labels, crazy or insane, to describe me because I worked hard to create my own. Think about it this way. If you have the flu, which like mental illness is also biologically based, do you avoid treating it? No. You go to the doctor, you get some medicine, you lie in bed for a day or two, you take it easy, but you deal with the problem directly before it worsens and really complicates your life. That's the responsible thing to do. Well, treating mental health, treating your thoughts, emotions, and feelings is the same way. You have to think of it as a responsibility.